Personally, I don't ever think it's a good idea to steal.
Mädels, aufstehen, Zeit für eure Vitamine.
Los geht's.
Bling Ring, it's a true story that happened in LA about a group of teenagers that robbed celebrities' houses, and they were obsessed with these kind of pop celebrities, and so it's what happens during this.
Wir wollten einfach ein Teil dieses Lifestyles sein. Von dem Lifestyle, den sich doch jeder irgendwie wünscht.
So, like you said, it's based on a true story. So I imagine that doing research on the script, since you also wrote the script, must have been harder than just coming up with something.
Yeah, for me, it was a new challenge because it was something I've never done before, doing something based on a true crime story. I've adapted books that were fictional. So yeah, for me, it was really interesting to do the research and meet some of the real people and meet the detective and find out as much as I could and try to piece together what I thought happened and then make a movie out of it.
So you did meet the actual people who did that. How was that?
I met two of the kids that were really involved, and yeah, it was interesting to hear, little details of things in the story and kind of just get their perspective of what it was like after I had, read about them and was trying to imagine what they were like.
So, then how did you prepare the actors for that? Because I guess it must have been hard to play real people. How did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was based on the real story, but then we weren't making a documentary. The actors could, make their own version of the character based on this story, and we just tried to get in the heads of the characters because they're so different than the kids who were playing the part.
Du hast dir ein schickes Kleid an. Ist das neu?
Plötzlich hatten wir so viele geile Sachen. Ladies.
Das sieht voll heiß aus.
Why do you think it is that like a young generation like that, or possibly my generation actually, is so obsessed with fame and lifestyle and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everyone is, and the actors playing the parts aren't into all the things. But there is a group of these kids that were raised with reality TV shows and all those kind of tabloid websites, and it just seems that it's something in our culture that's really celebrated. It's in all the magazines, so I could understand how these kids got caught up in that, and this idea of some kind of glamorous life.
So in that movie, this is something that you were trying to show, like how this, because basically they're robbing these celebrities, so it's just a very extreme version of wanting that lifestyle. So you were trying to show that.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to show what happened in this real story and try to understand how that could happen. And I think I could see how with social media and Twitter that they didn't have as many boundaries with the people that they're fans of, where, in the past, you didn't have so much access. And so I feel like they, got across the line. And I think most young people are trying to figure out who they are, and it's normal to try on other identities, but this is an extreme case of how that went too far.
Paris Hilton schmeißt heute eine Party in Vegas.
Wo wohnt sie eigentlich? Meinst du, wir kommen da rein?
Keine Ahnung.
Lass uns die Hütte von Paris abchecken. Ich will irgendwas klauen.
Like the filming of Paris Hilton's house was actually Paris Hilton's house, right? I read that. So how was it just, like, did you bring her up and you were just like, hey, we're doing a movie of some people robbing your house. Would you be interested?
When I was working on the story, my friend Stephen Dorff, who was in Somewhere, knew I was interested in that story, and he knew Paris Hilton, and he said, oh, there's a party at her house. Do you want to see her house? And I was excited to see it. And when we saw her house with her Paris Hilton pillows and all this, it was just incredible, not like anything I had ever seen. And I don't know how we came about to ask her, but she was very friendly and helpful and let us film in her real house and did a cameo in the movie. So it was fun to have a real person that was part of the story involved in the movie.
Das ist mein Kumpel Mark.
Hey.
Hi, ich bin Nikki, das ist Sarah. Hi.
Hey, Wahnsinn, das ist Paris Hilton.
Geil. Basically, these young kids do like a kind of Robin Hood thing, just without the generosity. Like they steal from rich people. The question that raises, is that actually okay or not? Because, as they say in the movie, these celebrities, they don't care. They don't realize if something's gone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, personally, I don't ever think it's a good idea to steal. So no, I don't. I feel like there isn't really a Robin Hood feeling because they're not doing something heroic. I think, but there is the fun and the thrill that these kids were so inventive to figure out how to get in their houses, and I think it's something from being 16, that I think an adult would never think, to do that. So there is a sort of fun side of this thrilling adventure, but of course I try at the end to show that it's not a good idea to do that.
Ich glaube ganz entschieden an Karma. Und ich denke, ich sollte aus dieser Geschichte etwas für mein Leben lernen, damit ich reifen und wachsen kann als spirituelles Wesen. Ich möchte irgendwann einmal ein Land führen.